talk about how I lost 5 pounds unintentionally, what changed, and how I could have avoided that. Welcome to the channel. My name is Marissa. I am a certified personal trainer and future dietitian. Today, we're going to be talking about something in my car because honestly, that's all I got right now. I am super busy. This is the only designated time I have to film at the moment for the next probably week or so, maybe 2 weeks. I apologize for the little change in scenery. If you've been following me for the past month and a half on my Instagram or my YouTube, you know that I started an internship. I am a dietetic intern, which is required to become a registered dietitian. That's why I say future registered dietitian, because I'm not one yet. Hopefully I will be by next year if I keep on the track that I am right now. And because I am in my internship, a lot about my life has changed. I was in a maintenance phase, kind of in a cut throughout the summer, and then transitioning just to maintaining my weight through my internship. And I don't want to say I failed at that, but I definitely didn't succeed. So things have been a little rocky when it comes to maintaining my weight. I am an ectomorph. I have a very fast metabolism. A lot of people want to have that problem. It's not ideal for me because I do want to gain weight. That is my goal. And I'm going into a bulk in November. For this time period, I just was like, you know what? I'm fine with maintaining. I can't bust my butt in the gym 5 or 6 days a week like I normally do. I want to talk about how I lost 5 pounds unintentionally, what changed, and how I could have avoided that, just so I know moving forward, and just so you have a real life example of someone like myself who is a certified personal trainer and who works out a lot. And you would think I know everything about health and fitness, so I know exactly what to do for my goals. And I just want you to realize that everybody is human and progress is not linear by any means, and that our bodies change every day, every week. I can't, and you can't either, expect to stay the same or progress at the same pace every day and every week. Here's my real life example of how I lost 5 pounds by accident. This will be a little bit of a story time, so we're taking it back to August 25th when I started my sports nutrition rotation at a university here in Florida. My job, I didn't realize, would require so much manual labor, because when you think about, okay, what do you do as a dietetic intern? That totally varies depending on what rotation you're in, whether it's food service, a concentration like sports nutrition, clinical, community. What you're going to be doing is different. And I just so happen to work at an athletic facility. I have athletes all around me, and I am also being pretty athletic while I'm there, on top of trying to go to the gym. And I just started training with a dance team around the same time that I started my internship, so a lot changed all at once. I can't realistically expect my body to stay the same with the same eating habits I had. My eating habits would have had to change along with all of these changes in my life, but because I was so busy, I didn't think about it. I meal prep, I ate, and I still eat. Well, I've been eating more recently now that I found out I lost weight, but we'll get to that. I eat relatively the same because I practice intuitive eating. I eat when I'm hungry, I stop when I'm full. That's just how it goes. That isn't really helping me at the moment with my goals. I just gotta be straight up. Intuitive eating is wonderful, but I did have to make some deliberate changes to continue to see the results and the progress that I wanted. So there's a bunch of factors that weighed into me losing weight. First, I did not increase my caloric intake. Usually that wouldn't be a problem, but when you combine that with the fact that my activity level has increased dramatically from this summer, that's when we start to realize that I'm gonna lose weight. I decided to get on my scale, which shows me my body fat percentage, my muscle mass, all of that. And obviously I lost fat, whoop-de-doo. I also lost muscle. That's the part that kind of irked me a little bit, because I started to think like, wow, I'm super disappointed. This must be what it's like when someone is trying to lose weight and ends up gaining weight. It's not a fun feeling, but the big difference between my situation and someone who is on the opposite side of things wanting to lose weight but end up up gaining weight is the ideal body type in society is to be thin. So it is not impacting me that much mentally, socially, all of those factors. When I say I compared myself to how someone would feel trying to lose weight and not being able to, I had to take a step back and realize that that is not the same thing. Even though I felt discouraged, I realize it's not the same now. I had to do a quick let's realize here that I still am fit, I'm still athletic looking, I'm still kind of you can call me skinny. That's just how it is. Taking it back to what really changed for me was a huge increase in my activity, but also a decrease in strength training. I only strength train 3 to 4 times a week now when I was strength training 5 to 6 times a week. So that lack of resistance training plus more cardio through dance plus being on my feet at my job, lifting heavy stuff every day. I can't even imagine. This is one of the times where I wish I had an Apple Watch because I would really like to know how many calories I burn in a day, because I'm sure it's a lot if I was able to lose 5 pounds in 4 weeks. That is just insane to me. I just happened to get on my scale in my room when I noticed a huge dip from what I normally weigh. I usually have a fluctuation between 128 and 132. But I got on the scale and I was 124, which was crazy for me because I hadn't been 124 since a year out from starting resistance training. So only a year into my progress, I weighed that little. That was a huge shock to me. I really had to take a step back and think about how I was eating. Was my energy good? I don't know. That's subjective because I wake up at 4:30 typically in a work week. I can't really base how much I'm eating entirely off of my energy right now, even though that's usually a really good indicator because I wake up super early. I do try and get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep at night. Sometimes I can't. It's impossible because I don't have enough time. That is a big factor. And it was hard to come to the realization that crap, I'm not eating enough to sustain my activity level right now to be able to maintain my weight. So this is just a message to everybody that no matter what you see on social media from these popular fitness influencers and creators, we all struggle and it is okay. I'm you know what? This is just more incentive to go into my bulk in November and see even better progress than I did before. I'm happy with where I'm at overall. I'm still going to be strength training. I have energy. It's 5 p.m. and I've been up since 5:30. Usually I'm up at 4:30 and I'm fine right now. I do have energy. Those are the main indicators that things are going well for you. I hope this is valuable to you just to hear from someone like me that has a big audience online. I say big, not really, but you know what I mean. A relatively large audience online, struggling with things because there are so many variables that go into weight gain, that go into weight loss, that sometimes it's hard to control them all, but you can do it. I believe in you. I'm sure there are a lot of support systems out there and people that believe in you, that are close to you, and it is very helpful to take a step back, reassess, don't beat yourself up, don't think you failed, because things can always change. Overall, I'm having a really great time at my internship. Even though I'm not getting paid, every day I think about why I'm doing it, and I am doing it for you. Definitely, if you got value out of this video, hit the like, it helps a ton. Subscribe if you aren't already, because I will be making tons of health, fitness, and nutrition content in the future. I'm just so excited to be at this stage in my process because it's almost at the home stretch with the ups and downs and losing weight and everything. I can always get back to where I was. I can't just stop what I'm doing now. I'm too far in and I know I can make changes with my eating habits, with my nutrition. You can too if you're trying to lose weight, for example. I don't count calories, like I said, with intuitive eating. That's just not something you do. It was hard for me to realize that I wasn't eating enough because I just don't go off of that. But sometimes it's important to reassess. So I probably will count my calories just for a few days to see how much I'm eating then, how I feel eating more, and being able to really space out my eating so that I'm able to eat enough calories throughout the day. There's just some changes that I'll be making like that. And if you need any individualized, personalized help, if you're going through something like this, this, similar to me, or you're on the opposite side of the spectrum, I help everybody with weight loss, weight gain, maintenance. So you can definitely schedule a consultation on my website. They are only $25. That price will not change. I have kept my consultations at $25 ever since I launched SoFit Society, just because I want to make it accessible to as many people as possible, even if it's just for some quick advice and for me to answer some of your questions. I'm here to help, and I'm excited to continue this journey with you all watching. Have an amazing rest of your weekend or week or day or night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you later.